Well, hello there, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Man Shit. Today is a little different. You'll probably notice we're not up in the whiskey lounge, cigar room, whatever you want to call it, that we do those videos in a lot. I'm just kind of doing some things around the house today, and I thought we'd have a little chat about grooming. Hence the little sequence there at the beginning. By the way, that was not an example of what I consider good grooming. That was more of a joke. Rinsing with coffee after you brush your teeth. Definitely not a good idea. But that was kind of a joke because inevitably, anytime I post a video about grooming, kind of like the beard care video I did not too long ago, I always get these guys that say, "Oh, I don't wash my beard, and beard oil's for sissies. You shouldn't worry about keeping your beard clean. Men don't clean their beards." Actually, let's consult the man law rule book. This is the Game of Thrones edition because, well, Game of Thrones is awesome. So let's see, what do we got here? Never waste whiskey. That's key. Don't fruit beer. I mean, I think we should all know that. If you fruit your beer, just stop it. Just stop it. No conversation at the urinal. It can get weird. Some very specific guidelines about time frames and whatnot for hooking up with your buddy's ex-girlfriends. Guidelines about borrowing tools. Weird. Nowhere in there can I find anything that says in order to be a man's man, a proper manly man, a guy's guy, do you have to be a stinky, nasty SOB. I would actually argue that in order to be a proper gentleman, and I have in past videos, grooming and taking care of yourself are very important. Most guys, I would assume, would prefer not to be a self-induced celibate. It is nice to be attractive to people and get laid occasionally. And, well, good luck doing that if you look and smell like a farm animal. Goat or yak or... We're gonna go over 8, I think I have 8 of my, I don't know if you wanna call it tips or my grooming routine, things that I think are the kind of bedrock, the basis of things that most guys should follow when grooming oneself. Bet you there's gonna be at least 1 or 2 on this list that some of you guys are like, I don't do that. But we'll get to all that. Woo. Had to get a second cup of joe. Was up a little too late last night and I am tired. Coffee, the nectar of the gods. In any event, item number 1. And I feel like this is kind of the bedrock of grooming. I would hope that I wouldn't have to mention this, but after seeing and smelling some people in public, I feel like this is a public service announcement and it should at least be just lightly touched upon. Shower. Yeah, crazy. Just shower. Yeah, you need to do that like daily. Sometimes more than once a day. If you work out or you do something or you get sweaty and hit a shower again, at least put a little attention into the high traffic areas, armpits, ass, crotch, and teeth. That being said, feet. I have recently found out there's an alarming amount of people that think that when you're taking a shower, the soap and water that run down across your feet is sufficient to call that washing your feet. That's not washing, that's just residual dirt up. Wash your feet. Walk around smelling like an old bologna sandwich. That's nasty. Shower regularly. That's your baseline. Start there. Move it on to the next one. All right. Number 2. We are on number 2, right? Are we on number 2? I'm horrible at keeping count in these videos. Number 2. Taking care of your face. Skincare. Now, this is something that I think most guys really overlook. And I'll be honest, until about a year ago when I found the sponsor of today's video, Tiege Hanley, I didn't do this stuff either. Women obviously do this from an early age because they're just overly concerned about wrinkles, but I feel like guys don't do it enough. I mean, your face is the first thing people see when they meet you. When you communicate with people, it's what they're looking at, and you don't want your face looking like a dried up bag of prunes by the time you're 35. It's your moneymaker, baby. But I had problems with like dry, rashy, red spots that would come up and stuff, and it was because I was like over drying my face, washing it with bar soap. It's just not something guys are taught about or really think about or put any effort into, which is why I really like Tiege Hanley, because it's simple, it's inexpensive. Tiege, you can get packages as low as like $25 a month, and they're gonna give you a full 30-day supply of everything you need every single month. It keeps it easy and simple for guys like you and me who are not gonna mess with that crap if it's expensive or complicated. So I really like these guys. They put out some quality stuff. The guys from Tiege have also been kind enough to give me a 10% off code for you guys. So check out the link below and you can get 10% off your first box of Tiege Hanley. So definitely, number 2, take care of your moneymaker. Don't be ashamed. It's okay. Guys use moisturizer too. I know it's tough to say the word moisturizer as a guy, or exfoliation. That's really brutal. Exfoliation is a tough one for a guy to say with a straight face, but the shit's important. Trust me. You'll thank me. Your face will feel better. You'll look better. Your wife will think you look better. Just try it. Number 3, teeth. Got to keep them chompers in good shape. There's so many reasons why keeping your teeth up are important. One, you want to keep them all. If you're like me and you have a lot of tattoos, your tooth to tattoo ratio is very, very important. If you got a lot of tattoos, if you're even missing 1 or 2 teeth, you go to that whole Breaking Bad, I've definitely done meth at some point in my life look super fast. So you got to watch out for the tooth to tattoo ratio. Nobody wants to have summer teeth. If you don't know what summer teeth are, that's summer here, summer there. I figure you guys might know that, but if you don't, that's summer teeth. Secondly, most of us guys drink coffee or tea. We probably drink some whiskey now and then. Maybe you smoke some cigars occasionally, or you smoke a pipe or whatever, some kind of tobacco. Maybe some of you guys dip, whatnot. All that shit is gonna stain your teeth. It's gonna make your teeth look yellow and nasty and look like you got a bunch of candy corns in your mouth. Brushing your teeth a couple times a day, and maybe I find that I use like a charcoal toothpaste or some straight charcoal for brushing your teeth. Some form of a little extra scrubbing and whitening of your teeth occasionally goes a long way to keeping your teeth from getting too stained and nasty looking. And plus, you just want to have fresh breath. You go to talk to somebody and they start talking, and immediately you're just smacked in the face by, like, it just smells like they ate an entire bag of buttholes. You don't want to be that guy. Keep those chompers clean, brush your teeth a couple times a day, keep it fresh. Moving right along to number 4. Number 4 has to do with your hair. I don't mean keep a short haircut. I rock the whole fade these days just because it's easier to deal with and starting to lose a little in the back. So keeping it short is a better look than, you know, having the ponytail, but your hairline starts here, kind of like George Carlin used to. I mean, even back in the day, I had dreadlocks. I had real long hair, it had dreads. I still kept my hair up. I still kept around my neckline trimmed up. Tighten up around your ears, tighten up, keep the hair shaved off your neck. Just keep things tidied up. That goes a long way to keeping you look groomed. If you've got just big puff balls of hair on the back, that's just not a good look, man. That does not say I'm a well-groomed individual. And wash your hair. I can smell dirty hair from like 6 feet away on somebody. I'm like, Make sure you wash your hair regularly. And for God's sakes, stop with the gel. We're not in the 90s, we're not in the 80s. Stop with the gel, guys. If you're using gel, it's okay. There's support groups for you people. Get you a nice pomade, maybe some kind of a clay, something like that is gonna keep your hair from just going everywhere, but isn't gonna dry up like a hard helmet. Your girl wants to occasionally run her fingers through your hair and it just sticks in the concrete gel jungle. I mean, keep it clean, keep it tidy, and stop with the damn gel. Edit. I think I spend as much of my time editing as I do just about anything. Well, my back's always messed up from sitting in a damn chair all day. Anyway, number 5, maintaining the man mane. That's a lot of M's. Man mane maintenance? That's the same thing. Beard care. Taking care of your beard. So if you are not a bearded guy, if the weight of manhood is too much for you to bear, I'm totally kidding. You might want to skip the next 30 seconds. But if you do have a beard of any length, then you might want to listen to this part. And I do have a full video that goes into much more detail. I'll link up above if you're interested in. But Hitting the high points. Try not to wash it more than you have to. If you dry your beard out by washing it daily with harsh soaps and stuff, it's gonna dry and break and crack and do all kinds of nasty stuff. So try not to wash it more than you have to. Try to skip a couple days if you can. Obviously, depending on what kind of work you do, it might get really gross and you have to wash it. If you do have to wash it, use a beard wash or use the co-wash method, which is using like a conditioner and scrubbing it about and rinsing it. And that way, using that as kind of a way to clean the beard rather than actually using soap. Keep it healthy, meaning use some kind of beard balm, beard butter, or beard oil. One, it helps condition and kind of feed your hair to keep it healthy. It also helps your beard kind of look a little better, lay down, have a little bit more of a sheen to it, and just smell better also. And 3, style it. Don't just walk around looking like a mad Neanderthal, crazy, wild man. I mean, if that's the look you're going for, great. But in general, it's better to, have it a little neat. Brush it with like a boar bristle brush of some nature. I use a blow dryer, or as somebody recommended in one of the videos, a bro dryer. See what they did there? Bro dryer. I find that using a blow dryer helps lay it down. My beard does not look like this all the time. It sticks out like this if I don't use a blow dryer. Check the full video if you want more details. Take care of your beard. Puffed out stinky beard is not good for anybody. I think we're on number 6, if I'm not mistaken. Number 6, body hair. Now, this is one that I feel like, depending on the guy, depending on your age, depending on what's going on, I'm not suggesting you slick down like you're a Olympic swimmer and shave your entire body, because I mean, if that's your jam, if you're a bodybuilder or you're into fitness, or sure, if you feel like shaving, do it. I know most women I've talked to can get along with guys trimming up their chest or shaving their chest and arms and stuff, but legs tends to be one of the subjects that women are a little like, shaved legs are a little weird. If you do, I'm not judging. Hey, do your thing. You do you. Arms, if you want to shave them, go for it. A lot of guys aren't that hairy and your arms aren't anything you need to address. I'm like a freaking Wookiee, and I will not shave my arms, but I will occasionally take my beard trimmers and just trim the hair on my arms down, because I mean, I've got tattoos all over me, and if I let my hair fully grow out, I don't even know if you'd be able to see them. I'm telling you, I'm like freaking Bigfoot. Your chest hair, I put a beard trimmer on with like a 2 guard, and I just go over and just shorten it up. Just trim it up a little bit. Like I said, I'm like Austin Powers. I mean, if I ran around the woods naked, people would think that they found Bigfoot. They would confuse me for a Sasquatch. So chest hair is good. Guys are supposed to be hairy. So, having some chest hair is fine. I would suggest at least keeping it groomed. Now, the one area that I will strongly suggest, and some of you guys are going to be like, what the hell? Keeping downstairs neat and tidy. Again, I'm not suggesting you shave it off. Nobody wants to look like a prepubescent teen, but you also don't want to look like you're trying to bring the 70s back. Just trim things up, fellas. Keep it tidy. You want to keep that as inviting of an environment as you possibly can. You're sweating, things get mustier. Yeah, that's not an inviting environment. You want to make that a pleasant place. If you trim the bushes, it makes the tree look bigger. If you know what I'm saying. Not saying you need help in that category. I'm just saying you always want to do yourself as many favors as you can. So trimming up the shrubs and keeping things tidy presents you in the best way possible, and also make it as inviting as environment as possible for your significant other. So, keep things tidy. Keep your body hair under control. And for God's sakes, I think we can all agree, even if you don't agree with the trimming of the chest, and if you've got shoulder hair or back hair, cut that shit off. Nothing wrong with it. I have a little bit on my back in a couple spots, little small patches, but just trim it off, man. Back hair is not good on anybody. Men are supposed to be hairy. I say embrace the hairiness. I do. I obviously with the beard, but just keep things neat. That's all I'm saying. All right, down to the last 2, which means it's time to drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke, and relax for the day. Videos are done. Number 7, fingernails. I'm a guy's guy. I do woodworking. I work on my truck. I change my oil. We do stuff. Our hands get dirty. You're meant to work with your hands. That's what they're for, and they're going to get dirty and nasty. My buddy Taylor, Best Damn EDC, we were talking about this today, and I want you to see this picture that he sent me. This was Adam Savage, who I'm a huge fan of. I love Adam Savage. Really great guy. Builds all kinds of crazy shit. Guy from Mythbusters. He actually posted this as a bit of a joke, but look at his fingernail. Look. Hold on. Let me see that focus. Look at the fingernail. Oh, those are the worst I've ever. That's so bad. Adam, I know you'll never see this video. I love you though, brother, but them are some nasty ass fingernails. So Taylor, thank you for showing me that and giving me nightmares. I'm only saying, keep them short. I mean, look how short mine are. I keep them that way all the time. They're just very short. And if they have any length on them, they get nasty grit and dirt under them. The only one exception is being okay for guys to have long fingernails is I know a lot of guys that play guitar, they'll grow out some of the fingers on their picking hand for doing finger picking. And if you're big into guitar and you grow out some fingers for finger picking, the one exception that long nails just have to happen for that. Other than that, cut your nails. Secondly, I know a lot of guys say, oh, well, I get crap in my hands, I can't get it off. Well, I used to do a lot of woodworking. I was always messing with varnishes and stains and that shit gets all over you. I always kept like some mineral spirits or paint thinner around. That stuff goes a long way with getting stuff off your hands that you can't normally get off. Lava soap, soap with some aggregate in it or something, a nail brush, get in the shower and really scrub those nails. A lot of girls I've talked to about this, they all agree that long, nasty, dirty, black crap under guys' fingernails is like one of the biggest turnoffs in the world. Keep those nails short and clean. Number 8, the last one, last on the list, smell good. Do a couple of these other steps, like showering, keeping your hair clean, beard. You're gonna go a long way, you're probably gonna smell fine. But a couple other quick tips, wear deodorant. Some people have some strong ass body odor. I will say I stopped using antiperspirant. I'm not a heavy sweater and there's bad stuff in antiperspirant. I think it's the aluminums and stuff like that that have been linked to Alzheimer's and some other diseases. So I don't use antiperspirant anymore. I just use a deodorant, but that works fine. Anything to keep the old pits from smelling like onions and Doritos. Like it just pungent BO smell is not good for anybody. Another thing you can do is wear some cologne. Some guys don't like cologne. They like just a more natural kind of thing. And that's fine. If you don't like cologne, no worries. If you do wear cologne, however, spritz on each side of the neck, maybe one on the wrists and let it go. Cologne is not meant to be bathed in. You just a couple little spurts just to give you a faint whiff. You don't want to like be aggressive and knock people over when you walk in the room with your cologne. Just a faint scent is plenty. Keep those pits smelling fresh. Maybe put on a little cologne. Smell nice, so that way when your significant other's hugging up on you, you smell good. That's an important thing. That's part of being a gentleman. Hell, you know, one of the things I still like to this day, maybe smell like a little bit of an old man, but I am over 40, so whatever, is the Clubman stuff they use at the barber. It's like an aftershave they use in a barber, and I think it's called Bay Rum. It's made by the same company. And it's just like an old, cheap aftershave. But when I get in the shower, I put a little bit of that in my hands, and I like the way it smells. It smells kind of like a barber shop. Very manly smelling stuff. So give some of that a try, maybe. Been around forever. It's like $8 a bottle. Stay clean, try to smell good, keep your nails groomed, keep your beard in check. Just keep your grooming on point like a sir. So that's it for this one. I know these grooming videos aren't always my most popular. We're usually talking about cigars and whiskey and knives and tech and all kinds of cool stuff. But nevertheless, I think grooming is an important thing, and that's why I touch on it occasionally on the channel. Like cigars and whiskey and knives and stuff are part of being a guy. So should being well-groomed. I think that is an important thing that some guys kind of glaze over and don't pay enough attention to. So hope you guys enjoyed this and got some good information out of it. If you did, feel free to smash that like button. That always helps us out. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. We'd love to have you on board. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week. Take a shower, you stinky, and we'll see you in the next video.